Pastor David always stood strong for his community. He was their rock, their shoulder to cry on. He had a comforting word for everyone. But then tragedy struck. His beloved wife, Sarah, lost her battle with cancer. The grief hit David hard. It was a pain unlike anything he had ever known. His heart ached with every breath. The world seemed dimmer, the silence deafening. How could he, who always offered solace, navigate this overwhelming sorrow? His faith, once his anchor, now felt distant. He questioned, he doubted, he raged. The man who always had the right words was now lost in a sea of unspoken grief. His sermons, once filled with hope, now carried a somber tone, a reflection of the storm within. One day, while leafing through his Bible, his eyes fell upon Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verses 9 to 10. Two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. But pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them up. The words resonated deep within him. Sarah, his partner, his confidant, was gone. He was alone. Yet these verses offered a glimmer of hope. Could he, should he, seek support from others? David realized that he, too, needed someone to lean on. He needed to allow others to share his burden, just as he had shared theirs countless times before. Pride had kept him from seeking help. He was the pastor, the one who offered comfort, not the one who needed it. But Ecclesiastes reminded him, even the strongest need support. David reached out first to his oldest friend, a fellow pastor. The words tumbled out, hesitant at first, then flowing freely. His friend listened, offered words of comfort, and shared his own experiences with grief. Encouraged, David then sought professional help. He found a grief counselor who specialized in helping those who had lost a spouse. The counselor provided him with tools and strategies to cope with his grief. He learned about the stages of grief, the importance of self-care, and the power of sharing his feelings. Therapy wasn't easy, but it was necessary. It allowed him to process his emotions in a safe and supportive environment. Section 4. Sharing the burden, finding the light. As David healed, he felt a renewed sense of purpose. He began incorporating his experiences into his sermons. He spoke about the rawness of grief, the importance of seeking support, and the healing power of community. His congregation listened, their hearts touched by his honesty and vulnerability. Many approached him, sharing their own stories of loss and finding solace in his words. David also started a grief support group at the church. It provided a safe space for people to grieve, share their stories, and support one another. Section 5. The healing power of togetherness. David's journey through grief was a testament to the power of community and professional help. By allowing himself to be vulnerable and seeking support, he not only healed but also helped countless others do the same. He learned that grief, though a solitary experience, is best navigated hand in hand with others. Sharing the burden lightens the load. Seeking professional guidance provides tools and strategies to cope. Grief may never truly disappear, but with love, support, and guidance, we can find the strength to keep going, to find meaning in our pain, and to help others do the same.